Welcome back to Shadowgate. I'm Agent Wright. Welcome to the second half of Shadowgate. This is what I call the second half of Shadowgate. Alright, so today what we're going to do is a few things. We're going to open this door first, but we're not going to go in there first. We want to go over here. But before we do that, a little quick did you know, this area right here was actually another room. It was known as the Goblin Room. And if I'm correct, that was always, it's an all-death room. One of the rare all-death rooms is where anything and everything can kill you. It's pretty ugly. Alright, so let's go in here. Alright, so you see a lot of things. But first things first, you see this right here? This screams gems. So what you're going to do is we're going to use our red gem. And we're going to put it there. But we're not going to go in here yet. Next up, we're going to take the map. You'll know why in a bit. And we're going to open this drawer here. We're going to take the glasses first. Then the key. But we're going to open scrolls 3 and 4. Now we want to close the desk. We're going to now use the glasses on ourselves. I'm going to now open the book. Now if you open the book before you put on the glasses, you're not going to understand a single thing. And this is the final spell that we need. That was the end game spell. Alright. Now let's move on into here. Now you see a lot of items here. But first, we're going to use one of the spells we just got. This will open up the globe. We'll leave a crack so we can open up the globe. And inside is key 6. We're going to take that, but we're also going to take the goblet or the cup, the bellows, and the poker. It's important that we take those. Now we're going to move out of here. Actually, we're going to also take the skull. Always great to play it safe. Next up, we're going to move into here. Alright, and there's death lurking in this room. Death can be activated by opening that. You don't want to. Now what you want to do is, if I'm correct, use that to grab the holy water. And you want to take the horseshoe. You move here. Because you have the gauntlets on, you can now take the flute. Now, for those who know their Chemco/ICOM history, name this game. Did you guess? Do you know? Well, that was actually the tune from Deja Vu. I won't be covering that game. It's not that I don't like it. It's just long and complicated for me. It's the least favorite of the 3 or 4, if you want to call it. Even though I didn't like the sequel that much either. Same reasons for 1, except 2 is 2. Deja Vu sequel is very brutal. Like, you gotta be on your wits with that game. Alright, so we're gonna exit this room again. And I want you to pay attention to the rug. Hint. We need to burn the rug. And with that, we shall take the key and then we're going to use another torch. Alright, now it's time to open up the doors in this order. Oh man, I got my keys all over the place. Okay, use key 4 on the bottom. Use key 6 on this door. Oh, I got the order right. And use key 5 on the door to the right. If I can click on it. Alright, now there's 2 more things we need to take. We need to take the mirror and the crest. And now we enter this room. Alright, before we deal with this guy, you want to look here. This is the in-game clue. Just remember that. Embed that little image into your mind. Alright, so now when we try to move out of here, our little friend Sphinx here is going to ask us a riddle. You remember those items we grabbed earlier? Well, those are keys. One of these, the riddle he's going to ask us, is the answer to one of the items we grabbed. The answer is skull. So give him the skull. And now you may pass forward. Alright, the next thing you want to do is you want to take the star. It's important. Then you open this. Out of nowhere and random, mind you. And then what you want to do is take the rod, and then you want to move up. Alright. Multi-deaths everywhere. Death number 1 is taking the dive. You don't want to take the dive. Death number 2, interacting with her at all. She will turn into a wolf and kill you. Death number 3, taking the blade before dealing with her. She will kill you. To take care of her, use the arrow on her, and the wolf is dead. Glitch! If you use the torch and if you use the torch on the wolf kills you, which is kind of weird. Alright, so we have our first in-game item. The blade. The blade. Alright, next up is we're done with this room. We don't need to come there anymore. Next up, we're going to move here. Now you see, ooh, that's a nice shiny horn there. Or I want to move up to the next room. We have ourselves a hellhound. The only way you can get rid of the hellhound is no, not with the lightning spell. Wrong game, silly. We'll be covering that later. Now, what you want to use is the water. Holy water to send them back to where it spawned. And like that, we grab in-game item number 2. The horn. Deaths. 2 of them to be precise. 1, jumping off. Seriously. Number 2, grabbing the talisman before dealing with him. If you try to do anything with the talisman, this thing will kill you, and it's not going to be pretty. So how to take it? So how to take it out? Throw a star at him. It explodes in a nice fireworks-like way. And it's gone. Now you can take in-game item number 3. Now things are looking pretty good right now. But before we now we're going to enter here, but we're going to go this way first. Now this is a speedrun tip. Now, when speedrunning, you want to enter this room first with both the key, both with the scepter and the ring. The scepter will lower that so that this will become open. Now you want to use the ring and you want to put it in this little itty bitty hole, and that'll open. Now, here's a little fact. This room returns in the reimagining of Shadowgate. And the developers are as evil as they were from the past and now in the future. My only tip for you is think twice. Think multiple times. Because the developers do not hold back. It stays true to how Shadowgate was back in the day. When I say back in the day, for me, this game killed me so many times. I died to, I think, everything. But anyway, let's move on. Alright, so now we want to move here. A little pro tip. If you really want to call second half, if you hear this theme, you're in the second half of the game. Alright, now next up, I don't know why I did that. Next up, what you want to do is you want to use the rod. Use the rod here. Now, how is this not a death? I don't know. Because either you have some very fast hands or something. Next up, a fork. A fork gives you a wand. I don't care what anybody says. That's a fork, not a bony hand. I'm just making fun of you guys. That's just having fun. Alright, next up. Multi-death time. Hurrah! Alright. Doing anything on this side of the screen will kill you. This will break, and this, touching anything here, will make it collapse. What you want to do is you want to open the bag. There's only two things you need to take. Take a Bitcoin, take a gold coin. And just move back. If you look carefully, you notice how the gold, how that big block of gold just stays there. It's quite shocking, isn't it? Okay, next up. Now we're making our trek back. This is now what I like to call endgame. Keep moving backwards. And you want to go down this hole. And before we do that, we're going to open this scroll. 5 to find, 3 or 1. We're about to find the last 3. The last main item. 1 gives access to the Bladed Sun. Keep that in mind, Bladed Sun. The Silver Orb to banish below. The Staff of Ages to vanquish the foe. Joining the 2, the Golden Blade. The last to invoke the Platinum Horn. So basically we almost got everything. That's why we didn't really need to take Torch number 1. Alright, now way back early. Way back early. We had to grab something called bottle number 2. Now we're going to take bottle number 2 and we're going to drink it. Bottle number 2 is going to make us very light. Making us able to actually go across this bridge. It's suddenly Snake! Don't worry, it's just a joke. The snake can't kill you. There's no death in this room. Now what you want to do, you take the wand and you hit the snake, and bada bing, bada boom. You now have 4 of the 5. And here's a little hint. Here's how you know I've speedrun the game, because this is what my screen. This is what you always want. You want a full page of just in-game. This is the page of in-game. You never have to switch ever again unless you have to get another torch. Once you leave, you're heavy. And now we're moving forward. Actually, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead a step. I'm going to go back to our spell for a purpose, for a specific reason. I'm going to climb this. I'm going to climb up here. Then move forward. We're going to try to move, but we have a very angry troll. A very angry troll. Doing anything, the troll will kill you. Trying to pay him gold, the troll will kill you. So there's really nothing you can do. Except a spell. Humana turns you invisible. Thus, that's how you can pass. That's how you pass the angry troll with the spear that can go straight through you because of anger issues. And now we're at endgame. Glorious endgame. Now, if you follow me, we're now entering what I like to call the terrifying part of Shadowgate. Alright, death time! Moving over here, insta-kill. Death time! Because I'm paranoid, and I've had glitches where if I tried to move to the room to the right, they still activate. So just to play it safe, you do that to blind them. The gargoyles cannot see at the moment. Now we go here. Now we use our in-game spells. You want to speak this one. Now, to make stuff easier, you want to click on the move square here. Death time! Go here, and you wake up a very angry sleeping guard. That's usually not good. Alright, what you want to do now is from earlier, from the Sphinx room, that little thing. What you want to do is you want to click this one, you want to click this one, and then you want to click this one. And thus, that opens up. And now you have the final item you need, the orb. You take the orb, and the cylinder, it closes. Now let's get the hell out of here. Alright, now, again, you want to use that spell just to play it safe. And out of paranoia, move forward. Death! Yes, alright, surprisingly, death is everywhere. If you enter this here, it will kill you because you didn't activate the special magical well. What you want to do is you want to use your big coin and you want to throw it into here. Suddenly, you can teleport to here. Death! Going into here, it will kill you. What you want to do is you want to take your orb, you want to take that, and you want to ring the gong. Our friendly guide is going to give us a ride, but we gotta give him some coinage. So you give him the coin, you hit move, and you click here. Welcome to endgame. Alright, from here, what you want to do is we're actually going to put the thing together. So first we're going to use the staff to the blade. No, blade, staff, orb, staff. And there you have it, our three items. Now you want to use the bladed, now you want to use the talisman on top into this slot here. The bladed sun, did you remember? If you put it here, you're toast. This thing, auto kill. Next up, you want to use our horn. Our horn will open up the doors. Biblical reference somewhere there. And then we enter the last room of the game. the Behemoth. Multi-death time. Alright. Moving anywhere near this guy, he will fry you. Using the staff on him, he will fry you. But if you use the staff on him, you have won the game. Congratulations. The game is afoot. Over, one would say. And that is Shadowgate. Ugh, man. It's funny. Oh my god, 20 minutes? It's about 40 minutes overall. 37 minutes. Just about. So if you split that in half, that's just about almost half the time I would do for speedrunning it. For someone who's not really, not using tasks or anything like that, you could usually speedrun this game, US cart anyway, at about, give or take, I want to say 15 minutes if you're smart with your button commands. I actually don't know what the world record time is at the moment for this game. For for speedrunning it. It varies. Now, there is a Flash version of this where it makes things a bit easier because you can use your mouse. Use your mouse instead of a gamepad. And surprisingly, if I'm correct, this was a hint to, I think, the Japanese only version of Shadowgate 2, if I'm correct. I mean, that's a rumored game that never got finished. But the next game after this is a game called Shadowgate Beyond, I think. Shadowgate Beyond. I forgot. Oh man, I really should have looked it up. Hey, my Empire been attacked. Awesome. Beyond Shadowgate. There you go. I didn't have to look it up just to remember it. But I'm going to double check real quick. Yep, there we go. Beyond Shadowgate. Oh, that's right. Alright, sorry about that. I'll probably cut it sooner though. But anyway, thank you for watching. I am Agent Wright. And if you're watching this one first, we'll see you in a few minutes because we're on to another quest. A spooky quest. Probably too spooky for me. Up next is the game that came after this, if I'm correct. Deja Vu, Shadowgate. Then Uninvited. Uninvited is next. Here on ProjectDETA. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a fantastic day.